Hello everybody and welcome to Time Traveler's Coin Exchange. Tonight we're going to have episode 110 of The Coin Vault Has Opened. So for those of you guys who have not seen the channel and the show before, I used to do a lot of roll hunting and went through a lot of Lincoln Wheat cents, and these are supposed to be kind of the better coins, the coin concentrates. Some of them will have errors, some of them will be better looking coins, some of them will be better dates, some of them will be cleaned and damaged. These coins are like, I put them away like 15, 20 years ago, and so they're really all across the board. I didn't have as much knowledge back then as I do these days, and I'm still learning, so if you guys see something or I say something wrong, correct me. I'm happy to learn, and we'll get set up here. But hello everybody and welcome, welcome, welcome. So basically we'll just start looking through the coins here in the roll. I just grabbed one out the top, and this should be the extra roll I have here. And so these are, since I started the show, when we began the show, I had a bunch of ones that I'd already flipped up, and those ones were in red boxes. I think like maybe the first 30, 40 episodes we went through those. And then we've been going through rolls from a box that I pulled from the vault. And these are the last coins from that box. One of the rolls had even opened up, and I pretty much like went and cleaned them all up out of the bottom of the box. So this first roll is that roll. And I don't know what they're going to be. Hopefully they were good. Hopefully I saved them from nothing. But hello everybody. Hello, hello, hello. So we'll see what we can find here tonight. So a couple of them wouldn't fit in the roll here, so I just have those out. And it looks like it's a Liberty. I'm not sure what happened to that B there. It may be some damage. You know, obviously you can see it's a circulated coin, but it looks like there is some pretty strong damage on the reverse as well. Maybe we'll zoom in on that. I believe that is just straight damage. But for some reason I'm wanting to take a closer look here. And that would probably... No, it probably has nothing to do with the Liberty on the other side. It's probably just more damage. So I believe that's just damage, and let's take a look at this. Straighten it out so we can see it a little bit better. So what we're missing a little bit of the R. Well, you know, we've looked at a lot of ones here, and it's like I don't see any straight up damage on it. The R looks like a little bit weak. I don't know if somebody was goofing around with this coin, but it's like you have the R that's missing a piece, and you have the P missing, or the B. Now I'm calling it a P. Lip. I guess that's not even a letter, is it? It's like a Q. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on with this one. Let's take a look at the date. It's kind of humorous, though, I guess. Hey, Logan's Coins, welcome. How are you doing tonight? So, yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that one. Any good shows on tonight? Any cool stuff going on? How have you been? What are you up to? Welcome to tonight's show. So we'll check out that mint mark there in just a second, see if there's anything to see. But thank you for stopping by, Logan's Coins. Hope to see you again soon. Logan likes to come by every night to ask to be a mod. and I appreciate his persistence. One of these days. Make ma. Oh, your mom wants to be a mod? Okay, ask your mom to sign in. I can see it now. Logan's Ma's coins. What's going on with Lincoln's head there? Kind of looks like a little crack. Let's see if we can see what's going on with the head there. Maybe it is Eeps. I'm so sorry, Lincoln. Maybe we'll zoom back in there in just a second. We'll check the reverse. Yeah, not looking so good there for Lincoln. I'm glad it looks like you got everything patched up there. You got your stickers, Logan. Awesome. Will your sticker basically be the design that you have above on your logo right now? It's kind of funny, like when I look at it, I don't know, when I look at the Copper Coins logo, like I feel like when I look at the Logan's coins there, like it makes me think Copper Coins. No, Copper Coins is different. Sorry about that. Alright. Yes, I don't know. It looks like there's some sort of die chip, or I thought it was a die crack on his head there. No, but for some reason, totally when I like see your logo, like I keep thinking I see like Copper Coins, but like Chuck's is like totally different. It's like three pennies and looks totally different. But it's, I don't know, like, I mean, I'm looking at my monitor from like 3 feet away. I can clearly read like coins on it, and I can see there's white text above it. And I think it'll be really good. I think it'll be really catchy, like once I am used to your logo, I think I will see it and like the brain will like stick. And when I see your logo, you know, from far away or like browsing through stuff, I think it'll stick. Did you design yours yourself, Logan? Or did you hire someone to do it, or how did you get your logo? Because I saw you do a couple different ones. I'm not sure what's going on. Almost looks like there is like a raised metal that goes in between, but it almost looks like some sort of swirling mess. Some funny looking coins tonight. So that's where his eye is supposed to be. What is going on here? The microscope's playing tricks on me. Okay. That's a super interesting looking one up close. Let's see if we can find some better coins to look at. So these ones were all the ones that were just, every time I'd pull a roll out of the box, like I'd hear coins falling out. I thought it was like 20 rolls, and it turned out to just be about a roll's worth. So that was kind of interesting. I thought there was going to be a lot of coins to pick up here. Fortunately, it was just this one. One roll and a little bit extra. I couldn't fit them all in one roll. But I guess anyway, the reason I was talking about the box was this is the last one of these, and there's more boxes in there, but I've also got bags of coins that are in like little plastic bags. I've got just like random rolls, you know, I've got I've got a lot of different options of where we can take things next, and I didn't know how people would like to proceed here on the show. And I have all the mint cellos, which I keep saying we'll do episodes of mint cellos. I have a bunch of mint sets. It's kind of interesting. It seems like almost all the mint sets that I have in the mail coming in, they all seem to just be, will be late. It seems like every single mint set that I have in the mail, the post office is like holding. It just seems curious to me. Like all the other stuff is coming through, but it seems like anything with like silver in it is like going really, really slow. We'll see. I bet everything comes in. Everything will be just fine. Someone made it for you? Awesome. It looks good. Like, I mean, I looked at it and I'm like, is that Copper Coins logo? Which it's like he's put a lot of time into a lot of his stuff. So it definitely looked good. But I feel like for me, I feel like the one thing I can't see, like from where I am, the white, like it blends into the yellow. But I feel like I would get used to that after a while. I just can't read the Logan's part from here. But it's not your big logo. It's just the 48 by 48 one probably here. I mean, it might only be 24 by 24 pixels. I'm not even sure. I feel like YouTube wants it to be 48 long. I believe that's a little damage on the edge there. Nice. That's one thing that I haven't quite gotten. Like, what is I feel like everybody likes stickers, but like there definitely seems to be this thing of everybody has to have stickers. Like, you can't have a YouTube channel without stickers. And so and it seems like people like to kind of trade their stickers, and to me it's just curious of like what the big hype is about all the stickers. And it's like, I think they're cool, and like if I had stickers and I was like, sending people stuff, I would throw, a sticker in there. I feel like I've gone to people's channels and they'll have a bunch of stickers, of different coins. And they'll all be, they'll have like a board behind them, or like, they'll have like a backsplash behind them, and there'll be people's stickers on them, and I think that's cool. But the whole thing was just curious to me when I first started to see, because from what I understand, the stickers are not very cheap. You can probably get cheaper ones done, but it seems like people want nicer and nicer stickers. But they're not really that cheap. They cost a bit of money. So I'll check out your video. I'll check out and see what these stickers are going to look like. Yeah, you absolutely should do some videos and just talk about coins. Talk about what kind of coins you want to find. Talk about what coins you're interested. Make a wish list. I've definitely seen on Tyler's, he's like, give me silver pandas. I like silver pandas. And it seems like everybody sends him silver pandas. He's probably swimming in them now. It's like I talk about having a pool with wheat pennies to swim in. But it's like he's probably got a pool to swim in silver pandas with. Hey, Accredited Coins, welcome. Did I see your bronze sale? No. Which was your bronze sale? Did you sell 1982 bronze 67? What did you sell, my friend? Welcome to the channel. Hello, hello. I bought a couple bronze today. I think I got a bronze 67 today. But what is your bronze sale? I did sell you 80. I think I sold you three 1982 bronzes. Did you sell one of them already? I think between 80 and 100, I think. Did you sell all three of them? That's not bad. How many stickers did you get for $9 total then? That sounds like a pretty good deal. And what is going on with this one? Nice. Yeah, somebody... Okay, I believe that is just glue. You can see right through it. I got an MS67 one today. I actually still need to pay for it. Excellent job. I decided to pretty much buy everything, every bronze up. I think there's one that is, someone wrote themselves on the slab. I believe there are two MS66s up that I haven't bought, that I can't remember if I think they're between like $50 and $70 right now. So if you want a deal, you can snatch those up. But yeah, I got an MS67. It was, someone posted a couple days ago for 150, and then I saw them offer it for $50 off. They sent me a special offer, and so I picked it up for $100. I think that's as cheap as I ever got one at auction for, and so I was pretty psyched about that. And I paid back the rest of my PayPal loan today. So in a couple days here, I'm going to go completely nuts on eBay and buy out a couple categories. eBay's gonna get getting shaken. It's gonna be an earthquake on eBay. Getting one of mine and re-slabbing it. And I think I've got 4 or 5 82s in the mail right now, just because I pretty much I bought as many of them as I could. It seems like a couple people are getting them graded right now. Like there's one eBay seller, I think called Roll Collector, and I don't know if they had, I would say most of the MS67s that I bought has come from them. I think that this is the first MS67 bronze that I haven't bought from that one person. It seems like all the zinc 67s come from Gilbert and Major Day. They seem to be like the major zinc ones. But yeah, in the next couple days, things should get really interesting. It's like I kind of was able to buy in on a bunch of nickels, dimes, quarters, half dollars. And so now I don't have a full inventory of those. But I got a pretty nice inventory, and they're flipping pretty fast. And so now I'm gonna just go in and take out, kind of like how you were doing, and just I think what it seemed like you were doing is you were just checking out all the categories where, entering in every date and every mint, and just slowly going through and seeing which ones were kind of empty, and then if there was only one of that, just buying it up and putting it up for more, and widening the net. And so I'm probably going to go through and just buy out a bunch of stuff. Excuse me. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I mean, it seems like serious sports auctions must send in thousands of coins a week or months. I mean, I feel like they keep a stock because they're just, it's nonstop every week. So like the way I believe the business model works for them, for a while I thought that they were just liquidating. But the way that I figure the business model works for them is they send in thousands attempting to get the top pop, and they don't make any money off the 69s, and they don't make any money off the 70s even sometimes. I mean, like, I don't even know. I feel like Serious Sports Auctions is like liquidating all the stuff that isn't what the people want at the top. I feel like maybe they have a special buyer that buys all of the premium stuff from them, and then Serious Sports Auction is just to liquidate everything else. And I don't think it's $12 a slab. Like, I think that I'm guessing, if you ask me, I'm guessing on the volume of coins that they sell, somehow they're doing it for like $4 a slab. And that's where I want to be. Like, I don't want to be doing $12 bulk submissions. And like, I've tried to talk to people and find out, like, how much these bigger companies do. And from what I hear, like, there are people with like $30,000, $40,000 PCGS bills every month. There's like people that were at shows, and people showed them their, this is what my bill at PCGS was this month. I don't know if it's a bragging thing or what, but it's like I feel like there's people out there that like run tons and tons of money. Yeah, that I mean they're pretty consistent. Like a bunch of the stuff, sometimes it seems like, with the 60s, it seems like there's some machine damage on this one. You see a little bit of doubling, but it's nothing. I feel like some of the dates and mints start to run out on Serious Sports Auctions, but then I feel like about 2-3 months later, all of a sudden they're selling those same ones again. It seems like they don't do every year, or they don't sell every year. So really, I don't know how it works. But they're getting a crazy amount of stuff graded. Everything always seems brand new. So it's, at first I thought, well, maybe they're liquidating stuff. But it's really all over the place. But I would say they are pretty much some of the cheapest. Like, it's one of the cheapest areas to get bulk slabbed coins. However, at the same time, this one's got glue on it too. We're into some gluey rolls. Hopefully not. But I don't know, it was interesting when I first started buying like modern proofs, like the Lincoln proofs, the modern ones, they were worth between like $18 and $30 for a 69. And I was like, wow, there's a lot of value here. You can buy these slabs for under $10, and in your registry set, it looks like you have a ton of money. But I've watched those prices just come down, 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 down. And so it's been interesting. He was just babbling off. Uh-oh. So one thing I feel like I've noticed different in Serious Sports Auctions is I feel like they used to have like, I feel like, I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago, I feel like they would have every date all the way up to present. And somewhere in the last, like, I don't know, since like 2013, 14, it seems like they maybe stopped grading as much of the modern stuff. Because all of a sudden, they're not selling it for like they're not flooding the market and selling the stuff for $3-4 a piece. It's almost like the same slabs they were flooding the market with, that, they're selling it for like, $14 to $16 for the newer stuff. And so I don't know if somebody came in and said, hey, you can actually make more if you sell, if you only sell 3 of these a week instead of 7 a week. You'll make the same amount of money and you don't have to do as much work. Well, that's a good plan. The 70s, I do feel like have held better value. I feel like their numbers didn't kind of drop. I feel like the proofs were all like around like 80 to $100 or something for the proof 70s, and so I do feel like they've dropped into the 40s and 50s. And some of them have even dropped into like 25s. But I think that like when people first start grading for a year, they don't know how common the higher grade ones are going to be. And so I think like it's like once, if they send in 1,000 of them that they think are going to be 70, and only a couple of them come back as 70 or something, or just turns out to be a bad year for top ones. Um, I'm not sure how it works, but it seems like the numbers can kind of, if someone has a better batch and they send in, all of a sudden it floods the market with higher grade ones and the price drops. Like the more top pop there is, the less the top pop is worth. Yeah, I'm glad it didn't eat you. Never mess with a baby bear. That's good advice there. Don't do it. And yes, if there is a baby bear, there is a mama bear. And the mama bear, if you're in between the baby bear and the mama bear, it's going to do whatever it needs to get to it. But it's interesting how I think we have an RPM here. Looks like there's a notch at the bottom, and the top looks kind of doubled on it. So that's like a 57D. We seem to find a lot of 57D RPMs here, but that's okay. I think there was a filled B here, which is nothing. But yeah, I haven't exactly figured out. I mean, I can go one of two ways, I guess. I can either buy out a couple more categories on eBay with the loan, or I can do a bulk submission or a couple bulk submissions. And I don't know which one I want to do. I definitely got a lot of coins. A710 is upside down. Welcome. Just in time for our first RPM there. But I don't know. It's weird. Like I was gonna do a bulk submission of like early proof sets, and just I have a ton of proof mint cellos, and so I was gonna send in a bunch of those. But then at the same time, I've been getting them for so cheap. Like I just got that 36. I got 36 1957 proof quarters graded by PCGS. Like eight of them are proof 65, and 28 of them are proof 66. And so I know they're the lower grade ones that, they probably had a couple 67s and maybe a 68 or something in there, but I'm getting them for less than the price of the slab. It's kind of crazy. I'm practically getting them for just a little bit over the silver value. They were cheap. Alright, so RPM, sorry. Brain freeze there. Just may come a little closer too. But we will see. I guess I'm just gonna like sit on things and watch. Like I feel like last time when I got the loan, I just kind of like started buying nickels, dimes, quarters, everything as fast as I could. And it was fun. Like it pretty much, I'm still getting in the last coins from that loan, and I've already paid off the loan, and stuff is still in the mail. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like as much as I'd like to think it won't happen, I feel like a bunch more 1936s, like the way that I figure, like what I would predict would happen is as soon as I bought the 1936 proofs, and put them up, another 1936 proof would come out on the market, and it would be just below what I just bought the other ones for. And then if I bought that, one would come lower, and then three would come lower, and it would be to the point where it's like you'd keep having to buy out those coins to all of a sudden have a market into the, or entry into the market again. Um, and so it's like I couldn't maintain that upkeep as much as I'd love to. I feel like with the 1936s, I'd love to just buy them all out. They don't flip quickly. That's the problem. If I knew where to sell them right away, I would do it, and I would, buy the market and sell it. I'd buy up the market and sell them out. Why am I flipping this one? I don't think there was anything on that one. But yeah, I feel like there was one other thing. Well, yeah, I mean, see, if we start like the Coin Mafia, just for lack of a better, the Proof family, um, if we started that up and we had like, 20 people that were committed to buying up every single one, and we kind of took turns, or just free for alled it, like then I would feel confident. But there's too many people out there that are probably holding, a bunch of them. But if we were all able to buy them up together, um, then I would definitely be in on it. I mean, I definitely would buy them up at that price. But it's just I can't. If I could buy up all those, I'd probably be paying off my mortgage on my house, so that every month, instead of paying mortgage, then I could be buying a Proof 36 instead. I mean, yeah, that's the thing I wonder too, is just how many of these ones that are still out there, how many of them were actually taken care of, and how many of them are just like damaged beyond, having much value. That's not too bad. I mean, it's interesting, like one like that for me, if I bought an NGC one, I would probably then get it crossed over to PCGS. Even though I think what that would be over 300, so I'd probably have to pay a premium. What's going on with Lincoln's head here? We'll zoom in a little closer. Oh, it's like a nice die crack on there that goes a little horn. And some glue. Yummy. I feel like that's a pretty nice looking die crack though. I wish I had bought that like super crazy beautiful tone 1936. I think it was like a 63 red brown. It's like $400. The thing was gorgeous. It's like I know that it was basically at value, but I personally would rather have a toned coin that had 4 or 5 beautiful bright colors on it than a straight red one. I know there's a lot of people that would probably want the opposite. I guess for my personal collection, I'd want the beautiful bright one, and then if I was trying to resell it, I know it's weird. It's like two completely different markets. Yeah, I mean that's like if you're looking to trade the metals for if you're looking to trade the metals for 36 proofs, you might have something there. Kind of looks like an RPM on this one. There's kind of something stuck on the bottom one, if it is one. The top looks like there's a notch. The bottom looks awful big. I can't scoot over, but it's 57 again, of course. Seems like all of our RPMs, I'd say like half the RPMs on this show are 57s. It's an interesting line on the B there. I don't think we saw the whole coin there. Yeah, I mean, that's basically what I did with the Flying Eagles when I tried to buy them all out. Is like, I bid up the minimum bid of every single one up to a certain amount and then tried to cherry pick all the higher ones. So it basically anybody else coming in the market would then kind of bid things up as well. Like if they wanted one, they had to come in high. It's like I feel like I only have like 10 graded Flying Eagles left. I used to have like 60 or 80 of them. Somebody's like slowly buying them up, and I don't see many coming up at auction anymore. That might be worth picking up. I mean, it's all if you have the money to like do it, I would do it. But it's funny because sometimes it's like I feel like I always get the impulse like, oh, buy them all up now. If I don't, um, and so it's like it feels really good to buy them all up because then you feel like you did the right thing. But then when every week one comes up for auction, um, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I could have got it for cheaper, or it makes you wonder. And then it's like when you do buy them all up, then it seems like the price, then every one you try to like buy up in the future, the people see like the what they went for at auction or what they sold at buy it now, and so then people are willing to pay more sometimes, and so it's like sometimes you end up paying more. Um, I mean, sometimes like if it sold for like 1,600, offer them 1,500. A lot of times the people with those higher price coins, they sit on them for a long time, expecting to like over the long haul get a nice profit off of them. But oftentimes they end up holding them for so long that they're in a completely different economical situation than they were before. Like maybe they bought it and they were like working before this pandemic started, and maybe now all of a sudden they've lost their job. Maybe they were like in, I don't know, like holiday retreat business or something like that, and now the pandemic hits and the place they work is closed down, and so they were going to hold it, but now they're just waiting for anybody to put in an offer. Put an offer on all of them. Like if there's like a bunch of them up, send everybody a half price offer. See if you get anyone accepts it. See if like anybody like gives you like if like you're offering $500 on $1,000 one. See if anyone takes 500, or if they offer 600 back. If they offer 600 back, then you just paid half the price pretty much than you were gonna pay anyway. And like the worst case scenario, they say no. um, it's like I don't see why anybody would get upset or grumpy like for somebody making an offer on their coin. If you send low offers, they may eventually like not even bother declining or something. But I don't think people are going to get too grumpy if you send offers. Like, sometimes people need to pay a bill. Sometimes there's another coin that they want right then. Like, it happens to me all the time. People send me a low offer, like sometimes like, just about what I paid or even a little bit less. Sometimes I'll be wanting to buy something else and I'll accept that offer just because there's a good deal sitting in front of me and I've held on to the coin for a while. I'm not sure if this is an RPM. The bottom looks kind of split, and then the top kind of looks a little split. It looks a little different though. Maybe it's just machine damage. The 7 looks a little bit interesting. I don't think I removed. It might have just sold. Let me check. I'm trying to get back here. I think it's still up there. It better still be up. Yeah, I don't know if this is an RPM. I almost feel like it's damaged. 5070. I'm gonna put it in one, and I'll have to take a look at it later. I feel like I can't say 100% with that one. It should still be up there, my friend. It should be the cheapest. Well, maybe it wouldn't be the. I think someone else actually, because I raised the price. I think mine's like the second cheapest now. You write something on there so I remember what exactly I'm looking for, because sometimes with the RPMs it actually gets harder to see them when I put them in a flip. This one had some like yarn or something on it. Not seen anything on the date. Looks like maybe a crack, maybe a scratch. Hopefully we'll find some interesting. We found some cool looking errors last night. I think I still have one of them here. I don't know if you got to see this one last night, but I have two of these now. It's like basically like Lincoln, but he's got like these two, he's got like what kind of looks like two horns coming out of his head. It's just a fun one. And it's like, I have two of them now. I thought I only had one. I only remembered finding one, and now I know I found a second one. Who was it? Why am I forgetting her name? Blue Sandy. She actually found it on like Wordsworth or something like that, and it's actually like a known coin. So I'm not the only one to have found it, and now I found two. Here, I'll check. Maybe you're lost. I know that's the thing that's like worries me about eBay is sometimes like your coins just disappear. Yeah, it's up there. Here, I haven't tried doing this. I don't know if it'll make mine just disappear. Ooh. I believe this is just damage on the coin. Here, we'll take a look at the front and back. Why? I'm not sure. It's damaged. It looks like maybe a vice grips or pliers. You need to buy. I don't even have a 1909 SVDB Logan's coins. You're going big time. Maybe it's a 25. I feel like there was. Maybe it's just where. It's actually interesting to see this up close. I thought it was going to be way uglier looking, but it's kind of interesting how it didn't really eat up. Good question. I don't know. I don't know if they would. I mean, I feel like you can see like a couple little things on it. I think that this is damage. I mean, on the back, I think this is definitely damage. On the front, I was kind of like, huh. I don't have it here to show you, or I would like bust it out again. I mean, I do. There is a video. But I feel like I could see some stuff on the surface of the coin. Like there were just like, like little black dots or something like that. Hey, Cherazada Zapata, welcome. I mean, welcome to the stream. I definitely like to hope they'd go easy on it, but I'm happy with the way it is right now. I mean, if somebody wanted to like try to flip it, I mean, it's a decent looking coin. I feel like it does have a little bit of environmental damage. Who knows? Some people could probably, clean it up. But I feel like there's few enough 1936 proofs that they would probably recognize the coin and realize that they had already looked at it before and that essentially someone had tried to clean it. Maybe I'm wrong. That's kind of what I think would happen. But I don't know. It's like after I saw like that, I think was it a 1964 MS66 that you sold the other day? The $50 accredited coins. Like that definitely made me like wonder about like, getting some, 1964 sets. Or I guess they didn't make a, did they not make a mint set for 64? And so it's normally like a special mint set coin that someone would send in, and that's why that one was worth so much money. I guess maybe I'm just realizing why that 64 would have been worth money. And then at the same time, it's kind of interesting that the wheat cent or the memorial cents aren't worth more money for the same reason. Filled 5 is not what we are looking for. So I did by accident, I don't know, the swag bucks or swag bucks. I keep wanting to say swag bucks. Um, I visited there today just to see what the eBay thing was. And the swag buck thing was saying, oh, you have 99 swag bucks pending. And I hadn't even used the portal, but apparently because I had visited there within I don't know how long, and even though it said it didn't, coins and currency didn't qualify, it seems to be trying to credit me. It'll be like a month or two, I think, until it actually goes through. I think it has to go past like a return policy time. But it'll be really interesting to see if all of a sudden I start getting swag bucks for it. And the other thing too that it looked like you could buy eBay gift cards with the swag bucks, and if you use the swag bucks, like they give you swag bucks if you buy gift cards. So if you buy a gift card, with your eBay, PayPal, MasterCard or something, you'll get the swag buck, but then you can also use the swag bucks and you can get eBay gift cards for like 5% off or something. And so it seems like it might be something that could build up. I was just, checking the swag bucks, to see what the eBay deal was today. And it, like I was just navigating, looking around, and it was like, oh, you've got 99 swag bucks. And I hadn't watched any games or videos or like done anything for swag bucks. And so I looked into it a little bit more. They may not pan out. They may, disappear because it said that they weren't eligible. Like whoa. It's raining die chips. Look at those. They look like equal, kind of. Like they look like it's the same thing, like it's twice. That one's kind of cool. So I will see. I was able to purchase a bunch more stuff today. So I tried to make sure to like go and poke around before purchasing and checking out, to try to make sure that I would activate it again, if it was activatable. I'm not sure if it is, but we'll see. I'm also afraid that they'll just like ban my account thinking that I'm trying to but at the same time, if I'm not able to do any purchases, then it's probably not going to help me out. I didn't use a code. Am I supposed to use a code? That's a good question, because I thought it was a more difficult process. Like I thought you had to like go through a portal each time. I haven't closed my browser. I haven't cleared my cache or anything since I visited there. So I'm really, I barely even had a chance, like, because I wasn't seeing the offer saying anything that was useful to me. I hadn't been trying to purchase stuff. Yes, I did use a code from my friend when I signed up. And that was actually a thing that I was talking to them today. I was like, so it looked like it was going to take like, months or something because of the return policies or something on eBay. But it looked like it was going to take a long time for them to clear. And I was like remembering the referral code, like the fine print that like, if, you will get 300, you will get 300 points or swag bucks if your friend, makes 300 swag bucks within a month of joining up, and then 10%. And I was like, wait, but how do they earn 300 if you can't even earn them for months? And I was like, is it just like a trick in the wording where like you think you will, because I wasn't going to, try to do it until I had, a bunch of stuff that I could earn 300 points with. Not sure what's going on there. It kind of looks like a lamination error peeling up the side. So I'm hoping we'll see yeah, so I haven't earned anything yet. I did, I was looking through the offers in the email today, and I was looking at the different games to play. And since I do have some burner phones, or phones that, I don't, use for anything, like, it was just like, okay, I download this game and app and maybe it's fun, but like, what is this game? What is this app using my phone for? Like, why are they going to give me like $30? Why are they going to give me all this money to have me download and play it on their phone? What's in it for them? It seems like a lot of money, and it kind of made me suspicious. Like I tried to do this one, it was like do a Pokemon quiz, and like I let go. The first couple of questions are easy, and you have to get it 100%. And then it like all of a sudden it goes, it goes to like 10% progress, 20%. And then it's like 21%, 22%, and then the multiple choice goes from like 2 answers to like 4 to 6, and they keep like, it keeps going, and if you get one wrong, you don't get it. And it's only for like 36 cents. And so then I was just like, and it doesn't tell you if you got it right or wrong. And so then I'm like, wait, so you finish it and it says no, and then it probably doesn't tell you which one you got right or wrong. And I was like, this is like impossible. Yeah, I definitely can. I was like, wow, what am I giving away by doing this? Um, it's like sometimes, sometimes I can see what the motives are and what, the company is after, what information, and I'm like, okay, I'm cool with that. And then sometimes I'm like, I don't know what they're after here. I don't know what information they're trying to get from me. Like, why do they want me to download this, app onto their phone, onto my phone? Do they really want to try it on my phone? Do they want to say they have 1 million downloads? Or are they doing something with that app on my phone? Because, a lot of these apps these days, you give them full permission. When you download it, it doesn't work. You can't get to level 23 in that game unless you give it like full permission into your like video and photos and location and contacts. And I can see that too. And it's like, oh, it's like you can, play the game this way, or, it basically turns into a pay to play. And so, like, 1 second you're just playing the game trying to get to the, level 23 so that you can collect your 36 bucks. And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, you can advance 2 levels for $1. And so it's like, oh, wow, that would save me 2 weeks of my life. And then it's like, hey, you can, pay $4 and get another level, and I don't know. This one kind of looks interesting on the top. We can see it's pretty smashed up. Not really seeing it on the bottom. Let's turn it around. Yeah, if I was to do the one on my phones, I would not use a phone that has any information, photos, anything. It would be like a spare phone, because I don't know. I went to school. I know I took a lot of computer classes, and I just know what can be done, and it just kind of horrifies me. I think that this might be an RPM. I just wish I could see it a little bit better. Keeps fuzzing out on me. I feel like, I can see it on the reverse as well. It's a 5070. It seems like 3/4 of ours are there. Are you saying that you know all the answers to the quizzes? Hey Pedro Cortez, welcome. How are you doing tonight? Are there do you do like a stream about do you do any streams about the swag bucks, Blue Sandy? You should make videos about swag bucks. You can like make videos and like walk us through how to do all these things. Like make a video about every single contest, like how to like, complete the video game the fastest, how to like complete the survey. It'd be pretty cool. No, I missed Chuck's stream. Actually, well, I can assume you guys can hear me because you're talking to me. But yeah, I missed it by like 10 minutes, and then I was gonna watch it. I like loaded it up, and all of a sudden my volume's not working on my microphones. I think they might have got yanked one last time, and I couldn't hear it. And so I was all excited to be able to do. I looked through the auction list, looked like all NGC coins and some rolls. And I was psyched that he had certified coins, and I was like, oh, no PCGS, come on, Chuck. Do some PCGS coins in your auctions, and I will bid those up. I'll either win them, or I will bid them up. They would take it down. That's too bad. It would be awesome. Or who would take it down? YouTube or Swagbucks would have it taken down. Is that a Liberty error there? Oh, I was talking to Blue Sandy, Pedro. Did I miss something? I'm doing well. How are you doing, Pedro? Sorry if I missed you. And, both you and Blue Sandy um, have blue logos for a name, and I think I might have thought that you guys were both talking at the same time there. I do apologize. I saw you come in, but I'm not sure. I think I got a little bit lost there in the chat. So I'm not sure if that's just a die chip or if that is like a very, very early Liberty Air. I mean, yeah, I guess I haven't even checked, like, I could Google, like, just Google YouTube swag bucks, like, how to be a swag bucker. It seems like there would be, it seems like people would be all over the couponing on YouTube. And maybe I haven't read, I'm brand new to the site, maybe I haven't read the terms and conditions to it. Maybe Swagbucks says that you can't, advertise the stuff online, or, hey, it's got to be our little secret, you can't tell everyone. Which doesn't, it seems like they want you to go and refer friends. It just seems like it, if you were to make videos on it, it would be a great place for people to come find out. And that you could also create like an affiliate referral, nexus where everybody kind of came and, could like learn from you and sign up. You could be like their swag buck guru. I mean, it makes me, if I do end up making even like $50 off of it or something, I'll totally make a video on here like telling people like, hey, I made $50 off of this, doing something I already do. If you, buy stuff off of eBay or any of these sites, it's going to make you some money. And I mean, if it works for me the way it did, I didn't even have to do anything. All I had to do was visit the site. And so if I just go and check what their special is once a day, and that's enough for them to qualify it, then that's going to work out for me for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's like I wonder if you were to, do a review and then promote it. When you promote things on YouTube, it throws you out in front of 1 million people. And, it's like anybody, it seems like anybody that you could get to like do like the refer a friend kind of thing, anyone that would sign up underneath you for that, it seems like you would make a lot of money. I don't know, it's if you got like, I mean, I know it's kind of like a pyramid scheme in a way, I feel like, because, the first couple people to start spreading the word of swag bucks, are going to get a lot of people because no one's ever heard of it or joined. But basically every time there's another person that, joins it, it's going to be that many more people that are kind of spreading the word, and it's going to be harder to find and reach somebody that hasn't already heard from it, let alone is using it. You have a 1957S, believe, with same B field in and on date. I think it's a double dyer machine doubling, but it's very strong. Hold on, I'm reading your message, Pedro. I believe there is an error where it's like a D over S, but there's not. San Francisco didn't mint 1957s. And I'm not quite understanding the same B field in and on date. I think it's a double die or machine doubling, but it's very strong. Try to see what's going on in this one here. Ooh, what is that? Found a monster. I've always talked about copper mites. So I gotta eat the coin? I'm scared, guys. Yeah. Well, I don't even know what we're looking at. Let's go on an adventure here, shall we? It is see-through. That's as I was gonna see if we could like zoom in one more time, but I mean that's pretty small. Like it looked like it could like curl up inside Lincoln's eye. And I guess yeah, this roll I feel like it was the bottom of the box and like all the coins had fallen out, and so this was in like a cardboard box. Sorry, I know this is a coin show, guys, but you know, we zoom. Well, I'm like wanting to see. I guess I was trying to see just now if I could actually see it. Like it's so small, I can't even see it with my naked eye. I've lost it. Yeah, I wouldn't even know, Blue Sandy, I wouldn't even know if I was actually putting it in the vial. I've lost it. Oh. I just tried to like tap it off the coin onto the paper and I can't even see if I succeeded or not. Almost feel like I could see. I mean, if it didn't tap off, that's like it's got some sturdy legs. All right. I think we've had enough of that. That just makes my skin crawl. It's like imagine how many of those are just kind of like chilling out. How many of those did I eat with breakfast this morning? No, this one kind of looks interesting, but I don't think it is 5070, huh? Why are all the 57Ds looking interesting here tonight? Let me have some water. Yeah, that thing was tiny though. I felt like I should have been able to see it with the naked eye, but I couldn't. What's going on with all these 57Ds that kind of look like they have split serifs? It's almost like someone took like a really tiny pen and just went down them and like gave them like a little notch. So swag bucks, not swag bugs, swag bucks. It seems like it totally seems like doing reviews for swag bucks. Just doing a video like explaining what swag bucks are and how you can make money off of them or save money. I mean, I think that's probably most people's thoughts is like not how to make money off swag bucks, but how to save money. Like saving money on it is probably easier than like actually making money because they're kind of the same thing, but like one, you're purposely doing something to then have to try to generate income off of it. But just trying to sell them is probably, or just try to like to save 1%, and it's kind of like they're the same thing in reality. But I guess it's like if you're making videos and stuff and trying to like generate a buzz with them, or like refer all your friends and stuff like so that you can get more out of it. It's probably harder to do that. It takes a lot more work than if you just used it when you were to make a purchase. It would probably be more cost beneficial to do it that way. So we've got about 5 or 6 more of this bug-filled roll here, and then we can dive into the next roll here. If I didn't scare you guys all off with all the bugs. I wasn't expecting that. I think we've maybe seen a spider on one episode. I think I saw one on a flip one time, or like a little bug on a flip one time. But I think I didn't say anything. I was trying not to point it out. There's definitely some broken stuff inside there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see if I can figure out my microphone and see what was going on, because I was not able to watch Chuck's stream. Like even after I realized that I'd missed it, YouTube didn't send me a notification. That was for sure. Otherwise, I probably would have checked out his stream. Like I literally was like, "Hey, I wonder if Chuck is doing a stream because it's been a while and I heard that he was on, and so I was going to try to see when his next one was on, and I was like, oh, he did one. Oh, it was 11 minutes ago. How about that? In what video, in what video did I say supercalifragilistic? And which video did I find a little bug companion that was see-through? What color was my bug companion? And everyone's like, wait, which bug companion? You had lots of them. What's going on with this one? I thought that there was, oh yeah, it was up above here. You don't see, is that like a die crack? You don't see those in the middle of the field too often there. Notifications has been terrible. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, it's like I feel like I've been so busy that I didn't even realize, but I feel like I haven't been getting like almost any notifications. And I don't know if it's because I've been watching less stuff or what's going on. It's not that I don't want to watch as many things as I've been watching, I've been busy working, making videos, and so I haven't had as much time. But I'm definitely hoping to have more time here in the future. Maybe if I just go and, buy everything on eBay, just go and buy every single coin up on eBay, get it listed, then I just have to buy the new stuff. I don't have to search through everything. I can save myself a ton of time by just buying everything and listing it. And then I can just, not search through my items and just search through anything that's not mine. Looks like a die chip on the, right up here on the wheat ear. Filled B. I don't think I see anything here on the mint mark, but there's no reason not to check it out. I totally can't tell. I can't tell if that goes in or up. Right, we are almost done with this roll, and we will move on to something that could be completely different. I feel like the top coin looks really pretty and shiny. That L looks kind of interesting. Like Lincoln's eye is so dark there. Kind of looks like Lincoln from a horror movie. Alright, let's dump this roll out, see what we can find. Gonna flip over to eBay for 1 second, see if anybody bought my 1936 proof. Never know. That's amazing how much slower eBay runs when I'm streaming. It seems like things go way, way, way slower. Alright, all well there. Water. I guess whatever the top coin is now on the bottom of the roll. Or like when I like dump the roll out. But it looks like these ones are maybe in a little bit better condition. This one, you know, it's got some red on it, but it's also got some black and fingerprints or something. So it looks like it's been around, maybe in like an art drawer. Got some ink on it. Actually, the reverse kind of looks like it's been cleaned. That S kind of looked interesting. A little bit of color here on the reverse. It's seeming like this roll might be in a little bit better condition than the first one we looked at. I think this may just be machine damage. I mean, like the top kind of looks split, and then the reverse, or the bottom kind of looks like it has a split, and then like the midsection. And it looks like the midsection got damaged too. It looks like it got smashed down. I'm not sure with this one. I wish I could say I was, but I'm not. Especially being a little bit nicer of a coin. I feel like where it's smashed there. Yeah, whale vomit is definitely very, very valuable, but it's, you know, maybe there's a couple countries where it's legal. What is it, ambergris? Um, but yeah, I hear it actually washes up on the shore here. I think it's worth like, is it like $6,000 an ounce? It's like pretty valuable. You know, people make perfumes and stuff out of it. Um, but yeah, it would definitely be amazing. At the same time, where I live, it's, you know, illegal to possess any part of a whale. Even though my neighbor has like an entire whale skull in their driveway. But I think that they might have obtained it before it was illegal to own a whale. Um, they used to like own like a pier, and which was originally the town was a whaling port, where like the whole pier was, you know, there was a whaling fleet and stuff way back in the day. So, you know, it used to happen. You know, people back a while ago probably made fortunes out of it regularly. Like, I mean, there is a local plant here that people were basically, it looks like lamination error on the reverse. There was a local plant here, I guess, that was selling for like 25, it was a succulent, for like just a crown like that big, $25 to $50. Because they were considered like a special plant, like in a bunch of Asian countries, and so they were just filling up flat rate boxes, just as many as they could fill, and like they could put like 100 of these things, so they were just filling up these packages and making $5,000 off every flat rate box, and they just like did it until there was no more. They all got arrested, but they made a ton of money before they got arrested, and it's just, you know, when all of a sudden there's a natural resource and you can make a ton of money on it fast, everything, you know, same with the mushrooms, the like, people would come in and instead of picking them sustainably, they would just come in and like kill everything, like destroy the entire habitat, and it was sad. Yeah, even if you find it on the beach, um, And I don't know, it's like, I've seen tons of dead whales here on the beach. And I'd imagine that somewhere inside them is some ambergris. Like, you have a heck of a time getting it, I imagine. But it's like, I've seen, they'll like the science people, interesting. It seems like the science people always come and they cut a big hole in it and take something from inside. Wonder what they're doing. I mean, it's always, like, oh yeah, they'll come and do a scientific study on it. What did I flip this one for? Anyone remember? Oh yeah, lamination error on the reverse. But yeah, it is amazing how many different ways there are to make money. Like there really is abundance all around us. Like if you can't look around you and see a way to make money, you may need glasses. But at the same time, it's like there's a million ways to make money around of us that we shouldn't be doing, because I don't know, it destroys everything that is beautiful. That one looks like machine damage. I think the other one was a 52S as well. It was like a big rock. Well, I mean, I can definitely see how they made a bunch of money off of it. I feel like I'm going to give this one a flip just because it's a little bit better. It's probably like an MS62 brown. So it's not, but it's a nicer looking circulated coin. If I found that in my pocket change, I'd be pretty excited. Not like really excited, but I'd be like, oh, that deserves a flip. I'll keep that one. This one does not deserve to go back in the pocket and get all clinkled and clanked around. It's amazing how much easier it is to see the devices on some of these like red ones. I feel like we've been like looking at, the eyes on a bunch of circulated ones. It's just way harder. Yeah, it's definitely interesting how, I don't know, we make some plants illegal and then we make some plants illegal to touch. And it definitely, I understand different plants being rare and letting them grow, because some of them are not able to, they don't reproduce very fast. They take a long time to produce a seed. And yeah, there's definitely reasons to let different plants grow. It's like, I think in California, I think like what is it, like the California poppy, I think you're not supposed to, pick it. Yeah, I feel like everybody grows it and everybody picks it, but I feel like you can still get in trouble for it. But it's just interesting if you can like buy it. I don't know. I don't know if you can like, say buy it and grow it and then pick it yourself, or if that is still considered illegal. So we'll zoom all the way in, then we can take a look at it from the top. I'd say if you were protecting them, you were doing good. Good job, Blue Sandy. Looks like this one here has a little bit of color on it. Dun, 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 dun. What kind of plant were they? Do you remember? I know you said you were a kid. I'm trying to remember. I feel like on the East Coast, like one of the plants that I remember that you weren't supposed to pick, I think it was like a jack in the pulpit. And I think I remembered, like, I don't see them. I think jack in the pulpit and maybe like something called a pink lady. And it's funny because I feel like or no, maybe they're like naked ladies that I see here, but I think that there was a flower called the pink lady on the East Coast that you weren't supposed to pick. I really thought the jack in the pulpits were cool. Lady slippers. Yes, I remember lady slippers. I haven't seen one of those in forever. I'm trying to even remember. It's like here, I feel like one of the plants that you're not supposed to pick is called Trillium. And I think the Trillium you're not supposed to pick because I think it takes like 8 years before they mature, like long enough to make a seed. And that's funny too because like the deer love to eat them, but it's like I guess if the plant gets damaged, they don't grow leaves. Like the entire plant is like it just grows up, and like it just keeps growing or something. Like I don't think any of the leaves drop. Like the whole plant just gets bigger every year. But they're a really pretty flower. I always look forward to seeing the first one every year. Or I think I was talking about the Trillium. I believe the I can't remember how the lady slippers grow. I want to like Google a lady slipper too because it's like I remember lady slippers like my entire like childhood, and now all of a sudden I'm trying to remember actually what a lady slipper looks like, and it's totally I'm not actually able to remember. It's like one of those things. It's like, oh yeah, what was your kid's name? What was my kid's name? It's like that movie, The Notebook. Wild Azalea. That is my kid's name, Wild Azalea. How'd you know? Let's see. What can we find on this one? We gotta find something. I feel like this roll, I feel like this roll so far, it's like been coins that all look a little nicer, like more mint luster, better details. But it's like it feels like the first roll was like, you know, what I thought was an error roll. And this roll, this one's been cleaned. So, I don't know, but at the same time, I feel like I was like, wait, I should maybe go through the better looking ones and make like a better looking error roll. Or like make a separate stack for the ones that I think are errors but are in like really nice condition. Then I probably should have made rolls for ones that I was pretty sure were just machine damage. I think like one of my favorite plants on the East Coast was or there were two. There was one called like Japanese knotweed that it looked like bamboo. It was like highly invasive, but like you could eat it when it was like 6 to 8 inches tall. Like when the first sprouts came up in the year, it was kind of like I think you could use it as like a substitute for asparagus because it was so tender the first shoots, but then it kind of got like pithy and woody. But it was just fun. And then there was one called, I think it was called Touch Me Not, which would make really pretty orange flowers, but when you touch them, the little seed packets would explode and just go flying off. It was just always a fun one. And I think you could eat them as well. I think maybe the Touch Me Not was called jewel weed at the same time. This one's got some nice red brown on it. Some nice scratches on it too, if scratches can be nice. Fiddlehead ferns. Yeah, we get a lot of ferns out here in Northern California. A lot of and you can eat the babies, the fiddleheads. And toss them in a stir fry. There's like a lot of mushrooms. I don't know, like I'm pretty good at mushroom hunting, but it's funny, like I don't really enjoy eating them too much. I always just kind of pick them and like I'm good at identifying them and finding them. Just not a super fan of eating them. But like it's like the fiddleheads and like the ferns seem like they kind of come up around the same time. Like if you strike out on finding a bunch of mushrooms, you can oftentimes find a bunch of fiddleheads to eat. It's like right now the huckleberries and blackberries are like really out, and they are just absolutely delicious right now. Like some of the biggest huckleberries I've ever seen in my life out in the woods. Coming down off his head, just a little die scratch or something. Bunch of grooves just going down on this coin. It's like maybe it got scratched up. feel like Lincoln's Eye on that one looked a little interesting. This one kind of looks like a sunset on the reverse. I'm still curious, like I found some like just breathtaking, like kind of like cherry fireball colored wheat cents, and I'm wondering if they've just kind of like toned or browned, just like kind of lost their luster, but like I wonder if they were like artificial. It was like some of the first, like bags of 5,000 count wheat cents. Like I feel like every bag had one that just looked like the coin was like, cherry colored. It was just like, bright, bright, bright red. It looks like there's something underneath the eye there. I don't know if that's a die scratch, but I definitely say there's something in the eye there. So we'll flip that up and I'll write down eye. And what's the date on that one? Is it a 40, 49? 49S. Yeah, no, the ferns up here, like I did some clearing and like I was trying to take out all the English ivy because it's just like strangling everything. It's like the kudzu of the north. But I took it all out, and so to take it out, I had to level the ferns. And the ferns all just grew back like nothing ever happened. I had to go over the ivy a couple times, and I'll have to do it again, or it will be back. I know that. I don't know, that S looks like there's kind of a notch on the bottom, but I don't see anything else. Yeah, English ivy is no joke. It is some crazy, crazy stuff. It'll take out a redwood if given the chance. It'll go all the way to the top and strangle it and snuff the light. I don't know, it'll just grow all around it. It's like from a horror movie. Just like constricts it like a boa constrictor and covers it. $46S. Well, some of these coins are a little bit better color. I mean, they actually have some color on them. It's a fun looking mint mark. Looks like it would be good like as like a logo for like Sprite or like Squirt soda. It's just like a juicy droplet like spurting forward out of an ass. Yeah, like the Japanese knotweed, it looks like bamboo. And it kind of like, it sends runners under the ground. And then it's like, even when you like pull up all those runners, it's just like, if there's a piece of any of it underneath the ground, it just grows right back up. I can't remember what kind of flower it had, if it even had a flower. I want to say it had like little white things. But it kind of like had like segments where you could like break the segments, and it was hollow inside once it dried out. During the winter it would all just turn brown, and usually it would kind of like get broken down, but in some ways the plant was really cool. Like I enjoyed playing with it as a kid. Like I thought it was bamboo when I was a kid until I found out that it had another name. And it looks like bamboo basically, except for like, it's pretty, you can break it pretty easy. Like bamboo is pretty strong. Yeah, it's pretty invasive. I don't think I know a way to this day of how to get rid of it. It's definitely not easy to get rid of. I think you basically have to like bulldoze I think you basically have to bulldoze it right off the ground, like take the top foot of topsoil off. You know, maybe you could like, you know, I feel like it likes, you know, areas with drainage. And so maybe it would be possible to like, you know, make sure that no water was reaching the earth and just like make it super dry. But if it rains, that's not gonna work. But it was fun. Like, as a kid, I'd do something called bamboo wars, and like we'd go into like the thicket of it, and we'd each like try to find like the strongest one we could find, and then we would basically like hold out the stick, and one of us would like hit the stick or the bamboo shoot with the other one, and the idea would be to like break the other person's without yours breaking, and so basically we'd just be whacking our sticks against each other, seeing whose was stronger. And then after yours was broken, you had to go in and find a new one. And so we'd just be constantly trying to find better and better ones, like bigger and thicker and stronger ones. And like occasionally we'd find one that would like last like 30, 40, 50 rounds against everyone else's competition sticks. And it was fun. Occasionally one of us would whack each other too close and we get like a whacked finger. But I don't know, like no permanent injuries. A lot of fun. So I mean, if you were a kid, it was like awesome. And it also made like a very satisfying when you like broke off a section of it, or if like you like chopped off a section or kicked off the top of it. It would make this very fascinating kind of like juicy like thwop, or like, I can't make the sound, I've been talking too much, I drink some water. Just kind of like, because it was hollow and kind of succulent, it just made this really fascinating sound when a piece of it was lopped off. I don't know, like I grew up like, you know, Ninja Turtles, and you know, so I was always thinking I was a Ninja Turtle, and like, you know, would bring like Ninja Turtle weapons like nunchucks and swords and just different, you know, things into the thicket, and would be having my way, just, you know, oh yeah, go clear that Japanese knotweed, okay. Got all my energy out on a bunch of invasive plants that would grow back by the end of the week. Hmm, 1919p. Looks like we've got a couple older ones here. Another 1919p. It looks like I have a really nice 1919S coming in the mail. I was pretty psyched about it. Like I picked up, I think it was like an MS64, and I've actually been surprised at how much MS64 1919S goes for. It's like $200. I got one I think for $50 at auction, graded by PCGS last week. It's in the mail, but I could not believe I put in like $125 bid, and I came back and nobody had bid me up like from where I won it. So pretty happy about that. Like some of the auctions have been really weird. Like I got like a $50 proof 69 quarter that was worth $150 for like $40-50 last week. Like some of the coins, it seems like nobody is, like, I don't know, like if everybody's out of town, if there's like some big coin show. But I mean, I guess the key is also, you know, putting them back up. Just because you get a $150 or $200 coin for cheap, but you still have to sell it. And sometimes I feel like there's no interest in certain coins, and that's why I do feel like there's the interest in the 1919S's though, and that's what I didn't understand. Like there was a while I couldn't even win one at auction. No matter what I bid, I would get outbid on the 1919S. Like they were going for above price. And so I found it kind of odd that like all of a sudden the price on them, the price didn't drop, but it seemed like the amount that people were bidding them up to dropped. So I will give you guys, whoops, that stack just got shorter here. This is the end of this roll, and this roll is the end of this box here. So we've got about a third of a roll here left, but it'll be the last roll of the night. And then on the next show here, depending on which direction we go here for a couple weeks or month, or we've got a couple options. I know I keep saying I'm going to do rolls of, I keep saying that I'm going to do the mint cello rolls, so I'm thinking maybe we should do at least a week of mint cello rolls, or we can alternate things back and forth with some of these coins. I could do a show where we just kind of test out. I have the bags with the coins that are supposed to be better looking, that are all in like little baggies. We can see how those kind of show up. I don't know what the plastic will allow us to see through them, but it should be comparable, I think, to a mint cello. So I'd kind of like to check that out. And I mean, at some point here, I may just need to take everything out of those little baggies and put them in rolls. I don't know what the best thing to do here in the future is. For some reason, this one was looking a little bit better than it looks like. I think it's been like lightly cleaned. And so tomorrow's stream will probably look slightly different than what we have been doing. And I do have like all my sorting rolls. I have like a whole box that I saw of just random rolls. I don't know what they are. We've got some bank wrapped rolls. And I don't know, I guess just we can just start going through something, just pick something and start going through it. And then here in the future, I'm probably just going to start, trying to buy really nice looking lots of stuff on eBay, and try to be able to go through it with you guys. And I mean, I just wanted to figure out what I had here first, and I've been trying not to buy more raw stuff just because I have so much of it. And why I love raw stuff, and you can get it for way better prices, it's way harder for me to sell. That's the only reason I still have any of this stuff, is that it's a lot more difficult to sell. It's like I wish I could just get it all graded, just send it all in, get it graded, really explode those lowball registries. Would be hilarious. It's like send in like 5,000 like low grade coins, and be like, yes, PCGS, I want. They're like, are you sure you want us to grade? Yes, please grade them all. It's like, we highly advise you don't do them. Like, do it, come on. Make $50,000, PCGS, come on, grade it. Where's Lincoln? There he is. Is there still a Words and Picture Museum in Northampton, Blue Sandy? I can't remember if that. I feel like maybe. Oh wait, no, didn't that disappear? Did like a restaurant move into that place? I'm just trying to even remember. But the Words and Picture Museum was pretty cool. I feel like the Words and Picture Museum closed down, but they left the gargoyle on the top of the building. No? I'm trying to remember. I feel like maybe like cha-cha-chas or something. I don't know. My East Coast memories are like starting to become more and more dreamlike these days. It's been like I feel like a decade since I've even been back. Hey Starbuck, Jeff and Coins, welcome. We're doing pretty good. We're finishing up here. Probably have about 10, 12 coins left. You don't know it's there anymore? Hey guys. Hey again, 710 is oil upside down. Welcome back. How are you guys doing? Yeah, just finishing up here for tonight. Still have about 12 plus coins in this roll. And this is like the last of this box of particular coins. It was pretty much an entire flat rate box full of coins from my coin roll hunting days. And I just, filled this one box and pulled it out of the vault. And so I think we might do like rolls of Mancellos here. It'll like be like 50 of all of the same date Mancellos here in the future. I think like 1956 proofs through 1956, or I'm sorry, through 1964. I think all the Mancellos are 56 through 64. I think some of the 63 and 64s are business strikes. So we're definitely going to be doing some of those, some episodes of those. And then we just have random boxes of different coins in different forms here in the future. So I may break things up and do things differently here in the future. Yeah, doing some Google Earth would be fun to just like go back to the old stomping grounds. Glad to hear you're doing great. 710 is oil. Back to work. It's good to hear people are getting back to work. What's work looking like these days, Starbuck Jeff? Nothing like 6 months to make you actually want to go back to work. It's like, let me out of here. Yeah, when the pandemic started here, like I wasn't able to stream for like or make videos for like 6, 7 weeks. And it was like kind of this feeling of like, okay, great, it's nice to have all this free time, but I really need to be getting back to work. Like, and so it felt good to be able to start making videos. It felt very, very, very happy. The pumpkin spice launch on Tuesday. What's the pumpkin? I'm curious, what's the pumpkin spice launch on Tuesday? What is this? You can't just say it. I don't know what it is. I want to know. Well, let's hope someone approves. I don't care who does it. Like, somebody approve the stimulus. I want some stimulus in my life. The fall lunch was yesterday. Let's hope we get some stimulus. Special coffee. Nice. Yeah, I guess it's that time for special flavored coffees. I mean, me personally, I'm kind of like the darker, bitter, stronger, whatever like the darkest, strongest coffee is, that's what I want generally. I mean, like I don't need the stuff that it's like with the triple X and skulls on the front of it. I know that there's coffee out there that would probably give me a heart attack. But just like a French roast, something like just dark and consistent. Um, that's what gets me going in the morning. A scone sounds good. Yeah, I need stimulus. I don't know, like when they released the first stimulus check, like my eBay store went crazy. It was like everyone's like, I got a stimulus check. I want to go buy high grade Lincoln cents. Uh, and I don't know if it was a bunch of people that got stimulus checks that had full time jobs and were like, oh, a bunch of free money. I will buy some coins with it. Sweet. Who's over in charge of Massachusetts right now, Blue Sandy? Is it Warren? I haven't been paying fully attention to like state level politics. A double decaffeinated half guy. Maybe. I don't know. I've been drinking a lot of Starbucks French roast. Um, I don't know. I probably go through about 2 pounds of Starbucks a week. It's I am definitely fully addicted to coffee. I'd say coffee is, well, coins and coffee. I don't know which one is my biggest addiction, but one of them. Maybe eBay is up there, except for I can live without eBay. I feel like, yeah. I feel like coins is my most expensive addiction and coffee is my biggest addiction. Like I don't function without a cup of coffee in the morning. Like it's I'm like a bear. Like I never feel like a bear. Like the rest of the day, no chance of bear. Before I have that first sip, like that my coffee cup is like a baby bear cub. And I'm only saying this because Logan was talking about being next to a baby bear earlier, but like my coffee cup is like a baby bear cup. You get between me and my coffee cup before I have my first sip of coffee, and I'm a bear. As soon as I have that sip of coffee, I'm fine. I'm like, I'm like a bear you can ride around town. I'm like happy and easygoing. But like before that first sip of coffee, I'm trouble. Yeah, it's like the only problem is sometimes the French roast is out around here. I have to get like I think it's the Pike's Place. What am I thinking of? Pike's Place. It seems like the substitute when I'm not able to get a French roast. Java chip is good go to drink. Maybe I should just like open a Starbucks coffee place. We don't have one in my town. There's one to the south. But the problem is I need a cup of coffee to get there to have a cup of coffee. And so generally by the time I have a cup of coffee here, then I'm good to go for the day. But if I ever found myself out in the world before I had a cup of coffee, and how this would happen, it's only like it like happens in like a nightmare. This one's got some toning and it also was chewed up on the front. But it's like I could just imagine like a nightmare where like I'm like out in town and I haven't had a cup of coffee and I'm just searching for a cup of coffee so that I can like become a human being again. And then I see this like oasis in the middle of like this crazy world. It's a Starbucks. I'm able to get a cup of coffee and I turn in from being like some like zombie person into a real live human being. It does. It's not Pike's Place. It's not my favorite. But if like if there's like basically there's no other like most of the stores here are like half empty. If like there's nothing else that's gonna be that's the one that I'm like okay it's not what I want. But it'll do until I'm able to get what I want. It'll be out in a couple weeks. If I see it, I mean, even like the last couple times I've gone to the store, it's just been, you know, like sometimes I can't even get the brand I want. They'll just be empty shelves. Um, and it's like I've drank some brands of coffee I've never even heard of in the last like couple months. So it's you know there's what I normally get and then there's like you know what we're being rationed in the world right now. It's like listening to Talking Heads earlier today and it's like they're singing about all the different things that they miss before the end of the world and Starbucks French roast coffee. Yep. 7-Eleven, Starbucks. Check out this Asmint Marks. So this is the last coin from this box, the whole box. There must have been like 200 rolls in that flat rate box. Yeah, I would say that's possible. Like a flat rate box will hold 10,000 pennies. And I know this because I used to ship 2 5,000 count bags in a flat rate box because you can ship up to 70 pounds and 5,000 pounds of pennies weighs 34 pounds times 2 is 68 pounds. You could even throw a little extra in there, but usually by the time you put like cloth sacks and then you know wrap duct tape around them, you're pretty much at your 70 pounds and your postal worker friends are hating you. But if you guys ever do something like that, write heavy, like write really heavy, like no, really heavy, so that your friendly post office workers remain friendly, because when they're whipping boxes, picking one up, grabbing another, throwing them, stacking them, playing basketball with them, and then they go to grab that 70-pound box, thinking that they're just going to throw it across the room like every other one. Yeah. Right, really heavy, like insane heavy on the box. Like, do not brace yourself. Carefully pick this up. But yes, my friends, it is time for me to say goodnight and to see you guys in the future. But thank you, Starbucks, Jeff and Coins, for being here tonight. Thank you, 710 is Oil Upside Down, for being here tonight. Thank you, Blue Sandy, for being here tonight. Thank you, Logan's Coins, for being here tonight. Thank you, Accredited Coins, for being here tonight. Appreciate you guys. Let me make sure. Thank you, Cherazada Zapata, for being here tonight. And thank you, Pedro Cortez, for being here tonight. You guys are all awesome. I look forward to seeing you guys all in the future. My next regularly scheduled stream is Saturday at 9 o'clock here, but I will probably most definitely be here tomorrow night at about 9 p.m. And I'll have something different for you guys. It'll be, you know, most likely wheat pennies of some sort or memorial cents. I think we might go mint cellos tomorrow, and then we might jump into another part of the vault starting this weekend. But thank you guys all for being here tonight. Thank you guys for just being awesome. It's a lot of fun doing this show, so I really appreciate you all. I'll see you guys all in the future. I know The Simpsons predicted a lot of things, Blue Sandy. We should all definitely be watching The Simpsons to figure out what happens next. Alright, see you in the future all. Thanks for watching.